Have you ever considered that all this is your fault?
Ra's al Ghul is a supervillain and enemy of Batman, a former healer who later chose the moniker that translates to the head of the demon. He is a criminal mastermind and leader of the League of Assassins. In most stories, Ra's goal is to save the Earth from possible ecological devastation, often by destroying most of the planet's population or bringing the world under his control. Though a brilliant and master strategist with knowledge in various fields, Ra's al Ghul's greatest asset is his Lazarus pits, which have allowed him to live for centuries and even restore himself from death. Due to his resources and legions of followers, Ra's al Ghul is sometimes considered one of Batman's most powerful adversaries. He believes to achieve his goal of perfect environmental balance is to eliminate most of humanity. Ra's usually tries to assault the world's human populace with a biological weapon, such as genetically engineered viruses. He is aided in this quest by the Lazarus pits, reservoirs of rejuvenating chemicals that restore the dead and dying to life. These pits have granted him a lifespan of almost 600 years. He is considered his worthiest opponent and has frequently sought to make the Dark Knight his successor. Ra's has spent the centuries journeying the world. He fought the Napoleonic Wars and the French Revolution, eventually becoming a formidable warrior. Over time, he becomes a master of many forms of combat, notably fencing. He also has built up vast wealth and created the Demon, a vast international organization. It has been whispered in the darkest places for over 500 years that a cartel of criminals has slowly soaked its way into the rich veins of the earth. Many are its names spit in the mouths of men, but most often it is cast only as the Demon. It has a leader, a head. The League of Assassins are one of the many small organizations making up the Demon, and is thus sometimes called the Demon's Fangs or Demon Fang. After Talia encounters and falls in love with Batman, Ra's begins to consider Batman as a possible heir, Batman having been trained in the League of Shadows. Batman then discovers Raz's plan to take over Gotham and cleanse the rest of the world, which he refused, and from that point forward, Ra's al Ghul and Batman become mortal enemies. At one point, Ra's al Ghul helped free all of Batman's foes in Arkham, setting them on a plan to abduct Batman's allies. However, his true intent is to show Batman's the folly of his ways and efforts to protect a corrupt society that to his mind allows criminals to flourish. One time Ra's comes dangerously close to realizing his dream of world genocide by releasing a deadly virus known as Ebola in Gotham City, putting Batman in conflict with a force he seemingly cannot defeat. A cure is eventually located by Batman and his allies, and they cycle the globe, preventing further outbreak of the virus. Raz's abilities include genius-level intellect, with aptitudes in a wide variety of sciences and medicine, particularly in the field of alchemy. Ra's al Ghul is an outstanding leader of the League of Assassins, one of the largest and most dangerous organizations of all time, whose agents are willing to die and sacrifice themselves for their master. A master strategist and tactician, planning his exploits many months, even years in advance. A master swordsman, able to speak multiple languages. Over the centuries, Ra's has amassed vast wealth and fortune. Equipped with more than 300 years of experience, he is an expert in using old and new modern weapons. Ra's al Ghul's greatest asset are his Lazarus pits, which have allowed him to live for centuries by restoring his body from fatal wounds and even death.